Welcome back, True Seeker. Wednesday, December 5th, 2018. Tonight, LeBron James plays the Spurs. It'll be the third meeting between the Lakers and Spurs this year. Their fourth meeting is just 2 days from today, December 7th. And whenever LeBron plays the Spurs, I always think of this photo right here. LeBron, before he was in the league, wearing the George Gervin number 44 jersey. Remember, chosen one equals 44. King James also has the Gematria of 44 if you do the rule for S. I also think about this commercial right here. LeBron James, when he got humiliated in the finals against the Warriors, the first year they had Kevin Durant, they were playing a lot of this commercial. LeBron James in a uniform that looks a lot like the Spurs, and his shorts splitting. You know, I used to have a video giving RFG chosen one a hard time using that commercial. RFG chosen one guaranteed I was wrong and Gematria would be proven to be a fraud because he said the Spurs were going to win that or not the Spurs, but LeBron and the Cavs would win that finals, and I showed why that one was for the Warriors. So anyway, I had to play the clip of RFG and then took a piece of that commercial with LeBron James's short splitting. He didn't like it very much, but I thought it was pretty funny. I know a few other people did too. Anyway, Spurs Lakers. This one's tricky right here. I'm torn on this, how this one could go. This isn't a game I would bet on. If the Spurs won 2 in a row, they'd be 13-13. These two teams' next games against each other. I'll just show you this. Their games against each other here. They play tonight, 7:30 p.m. in LA. Then tomorrow, show you neither of them play tomorrow, and then they're back at it Friday. But they'll be changing cities. Then they'll be back in San Antonio meeting on Pearl Harbor Day. And I'm just going to show you everything I'm looking at right here. There's even a riddle with George Gervin. In fact, let's just cover the George Gervin thing first, since LeBron's known for this photo here in the George Gervin jersey. George Gervin's 66 right now. We know LeBron equals 66, Lakers equals 66, LeBron James equals 66. From his birthday, which is the 117th day of the year, 117 connects to 13. That's why I'm asking myself, can the Spurs become 13-13? From Gervin's birthday to today is his 223rd day of his age. 223. And the name James, with the alphabetic order, is 48. With satanic gematria, which is just where you make A 36, B 37, C 38, James is 223 in satanic. And remember, 223 is the 48th prime number. So, very interesting alignment there with George Gervin. If the Lakers won, they'd improve to 15-9, a bit like 159. Scottish Rite equals 159. King James, the Scottish Rite Freemason. They'd also become 10-4 at home. The name Popovich equals 104. LeBron has that relationship with Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs. Today's date has 55 numerology. King James equals 55, so does Luke Walton. Today's date has 19 numerology. The word king equals 67, the 19th prime. December 5th, today's date even equals 67 when written out as words. Today's date also has 35 numerology, so we got double King James in the numerology. King James. And our two reduction-based ciphers. 35, 55. Remember the 89 too, because the Spurs' next win against the Lakers will be their 89th in the regular season, which makes this tough. This game's 25 days before LeBron's birthday. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. All right. Sometimes I accidentally hit the streaming button and then I just start streaming without even realizing it. Okay. So anyway, today's 25 days before LeBron's 34th birthday, or a span of 26 days. It is the day leaving 26 days left in the year. LeBron's born December 30th. Here's the regular season win records. If the Lakers could win the next two, they'd improve to 83, which is the 23rd prime number. LeBron 23, the word King 23. The name DeRozan equals 83, the new star of the Spurs, DeMar DeRozan. With regards to the Spurs being at 88 wins right now, they got those by winning the first 2 games this year. Spurs and Lakers have already played twice this year. Spurs won them both. The last meeting was 39 days ago. Spurs does have the Gematria of 39. Anyhow, the Spurs are at 88. Their next win's their 89th. King James is 89. We got the King James numbers in the date. Let's just keep moving along. With regards to them being at 88 wins, King James Bible has the Gematria of 88. Also in the base ciphers. So King James Bible 88. San Antonio, Texas is 88. California is 88. So there's some rhyme and reason to that number. There'd be some rhyme and reason to them staying on that number. This is what makes this game really tough here. 89 is the 24th prime number. It's also the 11th Fibonacci. But today is the Lakers' 24th game of the season. Their next game on December 7th is the day leaving 24 days left in the year. Notice the first time they met, the score was 143, the winning score. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 143. The next time they won or played, 216 combined points, reminiscent of Cleveland's area code, the 216. The last time they played was also a date with 55 numerology, the King James number. Here's the numerology of the last date. Also had the 21 connection, Spurs 21 and 39. Remember, U is the 21st letter of the alphabet, and the U in the Spurs logo is the emphasized one. They make it the horseshoe. The name Duncan equaled 21. Tim Duncan, the biggest star in the franchise history. Counting the playoffs, the Spurs lead 122 to 103 over the Lakers. Again, they've won 88 in the regular season, 34 more in the playoffs. That's 122. San Antonio's 122. The Lakers are at 103 all-time wins. Scottish equals 103, like Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. The year the Cavs won the championship with LeBron, it was in their 103rd game. That was the final game of the season. 103, the 27th prime. Remember, LeBron scored 27 in that game. 27 days later, Nate Thurman died, who played for the Warriors and the Cavs. If the Lakers could win the next 2, they're playing better basketball than they did at the beginning of the season. This is the narrative right now. They're finding their groove. LeBron's, asserting himself. If the Lakers won the next 2, again, they'd get to 83 in the regular season, which is the 23rd prime. Then you'd have a double tribute in the numbers to King James in a way. 83, the 23rd prime, King 23, King James Bible 88. The regular season win records would make sense that way. Also, the Lakers would get to 105 overall wins, and Bible equals 105 like Masonry. To date, LeBron is 13 and 16 against the Spurs. This is again why this game has me pulling my hair out. Think about how relevant 13 is to LA. LA's 13. Think about how relevant it is to King James. King James became a king at 13 months of age. LeBron won his only championship with the Cavs in his 13th season. San Antonio equals 41, which is the 13th prime number. If the Spurs swept the Lakers this season, if LeBron's shorts got split against the Spurs, they would be 13 and 18 in the season that began in 2018, and they're going to finish playing their games against each other for this season in 2018, unless they were to end up meeting in the playoffs as well. So again, I can't give you any solid advice on who's going to win tonight's game. The way the numbers are here, it's really difficult, but there are a few more things that might give us a clue to give us a good guess at who wins. But still, I don't think with the amount of clarity here, it's worth a bet. The next game, 2 days from today and Friday. After tonight's game, we might be able to figure out what's going to happen Friday. Tonight, But looking ahead at the next game date numerology, we have 57 date numerology, Scottish Rite 57. We have 30 date numerology, 113, the 30th prime number. We also have 21 date numerology, Spurs 21. We have 37 date numerology, Los Angeles 37. We also have another 19. Again, the next game is the 341st day of the year, leaving 24 days left in the year. I have a feeling that if the Spurs do win tonight, the Spurs will sweep and win them all this season. If the Spurs lose tonight, they can pick up that 89th win in the next game, the day leaving 24 days left in the year, where 89 is the 24th prime. Just something to think about. We'll probably get a big clue in the score tonight. Luke Walton, the coach of the Lakers, he's born on the 87th day of the year. Tonight's game is 8 months and 7 days after his birthday. James equals 87. It also comes on his 253rd day of his age. That's the 22nd triangular number. Basketball's 22, Kings 22. Luke Walton has coached 187 games, meaning tonight will be his 188th. He's either going to pick up his 76th win or his 113th loss. Now, with regards to the 113th loss, that would be fitting when they play in San Antonio. Because, again, that date has 30 numerology. 113 is the 30th prime number. For Popovich, tonight's game comes 311 days after his birthday. That's the 64th prime. And Greg Popovich, his next loss will be his 555th career loss. All fives. He's 1,208 and 554 right now. Next loss, 555. Today is the 5th. Today's the 5th. I mean, pretty good day to get your 555th loss. The name Greg Popovich equals 50. The name Popovich also equals 50. 50 breaks down to 5 in numerology. So if I have to guess who's going to win tonight, I'm guessing the Lakers are going to win. And really, it's because of this stat right here. The 555th loss on the 5th day of the month. That said, because of these other numbers we looked at, it makes it tough to have a lot of confidence behind it. You know, these last few games we've done with the Lakers and been right, it's been a pretty clear narrative. Because of the way things stand tonight, very tricky. But there is a lot of rhyme and reason for Pop to pick up his 555th loss on the 5th and the Lakers to get their 15th win, because 15 is the 5th triangular number, meaning if you add 1 through 5, it equals 15. So, I suspect the Lakers win. You know, if you do want to bet on it, if you're the gambling type of guy, I mean, go for it. But I'm just letting you know there's some riddles here that make this game iffy. I see the Lakers are a pretty big favorite, too. Even though the Spurs have beat them twice already this year. But, you know, to me, this game, it feels like a wait and see. The 15-5 is a strong relationship, and the 555th loss for Pop, it also makes sense. But again, just some of these other riddles on the board, they're a little tricky. So I do favor the Lakers here. But it's the kind of game where if the other team won, I'd say, well, I'm not too surprised about it. So we'll leave it there. We'll be back for the next Spurs game. Until next time, Truth Seeker.